the city, be back immediately to confiscate the money. That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get your mise en place. For this recipe, I'll need a small bowl, a teaspoon, salt, pepper, oregano, cumin, garlic powder, and chili powder. I'm also going to need juice from 1 lime and juice from 2 oranges. I'm going to need some Ziploc freezer bags and a Sharpie for labeling. It's day 2, and I finished prepping some meals, which I'll show you in a little bit. I got really tired, so I didn't realize how much work it was going to be. It is 9 o'clock right now, and I'm starting on prepping the pork. I'm going to make teriyaki pork out of this big guy, and then this one I'm going to prep for pork carnitas. Next meal I'm going to make is an Asian stir fry. I have my trusty scale here, and I measured out a pound. So I'm only going to make 2 for the month of the chicken. And then I have, let's see, I think I used 6 carrots, 2 onions, and like 3 things of broccoli. And then I made a sauce over here. It's cooling. I didn't have cornstarch to thicken it, but I used flour and water. I put it in a cup and then added it while it was boiling. I used 4 huge tablespoons of this raw honey. I used 2 cups of soy sauce, low sodium. I used 2 cups of unsalted broth. And I used fresh garlic, a little salt, a little pepper, and a little bit of ginger. So I'll show you what those look like in a minute. Here's a little tip for filling liquids into bags. I used it yesterday when I did my stir fry sauce. Right now I'm doing the juice for the carnitas. It is 1 lime juice that I'm going to put here, but the bag will obviously fall over, so it's good to stuff it inside of a cup, and it holds up like so. See? Okay, so here is the pork carnitas. I put the spice rub all over it generously. And then into this bag, I'm going to put the juice for the carnitas. And pretty much when it's time to cook it, I'm going to thaw this out like overnight. Throw this puppy in the crock pot, put the juice on top, and cook on low for 8 to 10 hours. Shred and serve with tortillas. Boom, dinner. Minimal effort. Okay, so here are 2 servings of the slow cooker teriyaki pork, already cut up, trimmed to fat, and ready to go. Just thaw and cook on low for 8 hours. And into these bags, I put half a cup of soy sauce, a little bit of garlic and onion powder, half cup brown sugar, 1 pound of pork roast, and a little bit of ginger. Okay, so right now I'm cooking up some meat for lasagna, and I'm boiling the noodles, and also with this big roll of ground beef that I always buy for like 30 bucks. It's like 10 pounds. I'm going to divvy it up. I'm making in here some meatballs for meatball sliders, and it's 1 pound of ground pork, 1 pound of ground beef, an egg, 2 tablespoons of milk, a cup of panko breadcrumbs, salt, pepper, Italian, garlic, and then I'm going to add a little bit of parsley and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Mix them up, flash freeze them, which I'll show you in a minute, and then put them in the baggie. And yep, so that's what's rocking. I'm also planning to do enchiladas with this, and I think that's it. And then I think I'll just freeze up the rest for just whatever else we want to cook. Okay, so to the ground beef and Italian sausage, I added 2 of these Hunt garlic and herb sauces. Added a little bit to the bottom of the pan, and I oiled it. Now I'm just waiting for my noodles. Oh, looks like they're done. So you're going to layer noodles with a little bit of this ricotta cheese, a little bit of the meat, and a little bit of the mozzarella noodles. So you're just going to keep repeating that. Okay, so here's the finished product. I had 2 full-size family lasagnas. So now I'm going to wrap these guys up and put the instructions on them. So tightly wrap it up with cheap crappy saran wrap, and now tinfoil. Kind of hard to see, but onto the tinfoil layer, I wrote what it is, what degree to cook it as, and then 40 to 60 minutes. Here's another little tip to break up your meat and get it smaller. Use just a potato masher, like this. So, anyways, I'm starting the enchiladas. I wasn't going to because I'm kind of tired, but I'm going to start some enchiladas and then I'm going to do the pizzas. Really don't want to do anything to prep the turkey, so I just separated it into pound bags, and then I have 5 extra pounds of ground beef that I'm just going to throw in my freezer. I wanted to show you the filling for the enchiladas. It is super creamy and cheesy. 1 cup of sour cream, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, your ground beef, your onions, and all that good stuff. A little bit of chipotle Tabasco sauce, and 1.5 cups cheddar cheese. So this will be the filling. Oh, and I also put like maybe a 1/2 cup of enchilada sauce in there too. Okay, so that huge thing of pizza dough literally made 6 pizzas. I have 2 of them in the oven. I'm going to par cook them for 7 minutes in the oven, cool them completely, and top them and freeze them. And I might make this little guy right here for me and Sissy tonight because it's just us for dinner. So, yep. Enjoying some wine because I'm worth it. Because I worked my butt off and I'm tired. So, yeah, wine sounds good. Speaking of wine, check out this super cute wine rack that we found at a yard sale this weekend. We got it for like $2. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We also found this wine rack too for $2. I like the little beads in it. And it holds all our bubbly. Okay, so here's the finished result. Closer to 9 hours of cooking for my very large family of 5. We have 2 pans of enchiladas, 2 pans of lasagna, 2 pans of chicken pesto, 2 meals worth of frozen pizzas, 2 fajita dinner kits, 4 chicken stir fry kits, 2 slow cooker pork teriyakis, 2 meals worth of the meatballs, and slow cooker pork carnitas. And plus, in the oven coming out is dinner for me and Sis. And I've also added an extra one for my dad who is sick with pneumonia. So if you can just pray for him. So there's our pizzas. And oh man, they look delicious. Anyways, if you like what you see, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.